So this is Rachel from Holistic Adventure, and I'm bringing to you the weekly energy message. So today I felt like I needed to pull some cards before I did the video, so I've done that, and I've pulled one from the Liquid Crystal card deck, one from the Psychic Tarot card deck, one from Archangel Michael card deck, one from the Soul cards, one from the color cards, and 3 from the Rider-Waite deck. So I'm just going to do a quick run through of some crystals that I've chosen as well for today, and this week. So the global energy, the subscriber list energy, and the individual energy is what I've focused on. So yeah, so I'm just going to get into it. I feel like this needs to be a little bit of a quick one for some reason. So, I don't know, I just felt that when I was initially connected to the cards and the crystals. So, yeah, alright. So I'm just going to explain what the cards are, and then what the crystal references are as well. So I'm going to talk about Howlite first, because Howlite came up as the first card. So Howlite is a beautiful white chalky mineral with grey and sometimes some black bits as well. So this card is about peaceful, loving and gentle energy by your side. So it's about spiritual beginning, and it says, peacefully I accept change. Now this week there is some energy displacement happening with the Chiron retrograde, and if you're interested, just pop to my Facebook page for Holistic Adventure, because I did share a article today around that. And it is testing us and our energy, and I feel quite displaced is probably a good way to put it, without feeling too bad, but a little existential and just a little anxious and just feeling like, am I doing the right thing? So you might be feeling the same way. So this card is about spiritual beginning, peace, calm, past attachments. So still working through things that may have affected you in the past. Sleep, insomnia, astral travel, past life message, new frequency, or level spiritually, initiation, and a text past. So this card is about working through the physical ailments. So you may be feeling physical pain this week. I definitely am. And with this, it's about saying, connect to your higher self, connect to your spiritual self. Yeah. And it's time to reflect on everything you are and your greatest achievements from a balanced and peaceful state of mind and emotion. So looking forward rather than back and taking each step with love. And this card is a doorway stone, so it's indicating that the door is open to pass through. So the next card is Rejoice in Celebration. And I'm just going to pull that card up. So this card is obviously quite a positive card. And it comes with the Pyrite, which is around mental clarity. So this card is about doing what you love most and pursuing your passion, following your heart and intuition, and there's no limits to what you can achieve. So I've talked about soul purpose as a real importance in the past, and it's something that I'm also learning every day is when we feel that little niggle from, other people or situations where we feel like, okay, I've just got to go do this, customer service job, or a job that isn't spiritually, inviting me energetically for money or something like that. It's kind of like that old world idea. And we really are moving into this new world energy of soul purpose and knowing where we are and feeling connected in our jobs so that we truly love what we do. So this card is a number 3 and it symbolizes unity and a time to rejoice in gratitude and sharing. So this could be with family members, friends, co-workers. It's a moment of fruition for all of your dedicated work. So pat yourself on the back and celebrate your accomplishments. So really taking to note your past and where you've been and where you are heading. And the mental clarity, it's around grounding yourself in that space. So grounding in that rejoice and celebration. With the celebration comes a time of past to be able to go, okay, I've done that and I can move on from that now. And I've celebrated that. And, we can do that in little ways or big ways. So it depends on how you feel. It might be going for a walk and that's your celebration. It might be, taking yourself out for a lunch or going out with someone. It depends on how you look at it. It might be going to buy a new book. So just take care of yourself in that space and love everything you've done, every lesson you've learned, and just really focus on that. You could even focus on that in meditation. So you're just loving yourself, sending that give and receive energy through your heart chakra, and just really being proud of where you've been and who you've been and how far you've come. Okay, so the Archangel Michael card that came through is the situation has already resolved card, and this card says, I give any worries and cares and concerns for you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this. I give details of this situation in a divinely perfect way. So this card is around saying any issues that you're worried about it isn't important, essentially, because it's saying that you've got reassurance about the situation that you're experiencing. So, your angels are working behind the scenes to heal the source of your concerns. And although it may not feel like the issue is resolved yet, just trust that it is and let go of the worries and relax. And just some meanings for this card is there's nothing to worry about. Everything will turn out. So it is saying to, and that true peace as well that came through with the Howlite, saying that it's about peace and calm. So yes, we may be feeling a little displaced, but the peace and calm is really important. And I'm just going to bring to this soul card as well, because I think this is really saying about, being aware of the moon phases and healing from the moon phase. I really feel like that's what that's about. And also that higher self connection. So connecting to that higher self connection and just taking that beautiful picture. And inner child too comes out, and that was coming through with the Howlite as well. Bringing that inner child out, because the more that we play, the more that we feel much more positive and able to deal with things in life. And I've just got the tiger's eye here as well. She's just really beautiful grounding stone. And the celestite, which is the spiritual crystal, spiritual connection. So interesting that came through with the Howlite as well. And calcite is the abundant crystal. So coming through around abundance is obviously really important. Now the color card that came through was the black card. The black card is about the shadow self. So there's definitely shadow self coming through at the moment, and it does talk about the black, meditating with black, because it really brings out the shadow to work with, because it's really important to work with our shadow to be able to work with our light. So I suggest meditating and flooding black throughout your body and connecting to that color as a really positive color to connect with your shadow self, so that you can then work towards that. So what I do is I lay down and my meditation, I flood myself, or sit, however you meditate, and I flood myself with shadow, with black, and then whatever is black, like I can see the shadows in my energy field, and then with that shadow, I then just feel more with black, just keep feeling it. And you might have something come up, imagery, thoughts, and it's just working through those spaces. So not filling it with light, but filling it with that blackness. And then the affirmation for this card is Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom, and courage to connect with and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. So the more that we work with our shadow self, we're able to dissolve the old and welcome the new. So very much in connection with the other cards as well. So I just want to talk a little bit about the Rider-Waite cards. So the Death card comes through when there's new beginnings. So we're obviously in a state of new beginnings at the moment. Quite powerful card for new beginnings, this one. And it's this card also comes up when we're going through massive change, transformation, and transition. So yeah, we're definitely going through that energetically, and I know that many people in their lives are really coming up against this at the moment. And then the Three of Cups is around celebration, family, friendship, creativity, and definitely bringing in that inner child. So we're celebrating. So once again, rejoice in celebration. And also, yeah, family. So really connecting to family, community, friends. Celebrate yourself and love yourself for who you are. Childhood memories, the Six of Cups, nostalgia, childhood memories, innocence. So we're talking about inner child, family. And I think nostalgia also comes through with the shadow self, because we're talking about, bringing through some of these memories that may not be so positive and healing them. So I think that's a really interesting message for this week around celebrating self, connecting to your spiritual path, working on your shadow self, inviting in that new beginning and that transformation, that family connection, that inner child connection, and connecting with your higher self, and also just trusting in the fact that if you're not getting emotionally invested, as the Archangel Michael card said, then you're allowing the process to be trusted. So some really beautiful messages there for this weekly energy message. And yeah, I hope that you've found that really interesting and helpful. Any questions or comments, please contact me either on Facebook or email, and I'll talk to you very soon. And just if you're interested, I'm running the full moon live meditation this 9th of July.